Hi everyone, I'm Ziheng. Welcome to my channel. Are you struggling with A-level maths or looking for ways to increase your productivity during your maths revision? If the answer is yes, then this video is made for you. In this video, I'm going to share my tips on how to effectively revise for A-level maths and to achieve your desired grades. Before I start, I want to briefly introduce myself and share why I am qualified to make this video. I sat for my A-level mathematics exam during my first year in college, which is on June 2022. I am one of the students in the fast track class, which means that I will complete my A-level mathematics study in the first year and then move on to A-level further mathematics in my second year. So I studied for A-level mathematics within 1 year and scored A star for the exam. Many of my classmates in the fast track class managed to score an A star for the A-level mathematics exam. So it is definitely an achievable feat. I want to give you all a mental preparation first. Do not feel daunted because A-level mathematics is not really a serious deal. It just requires a lot of study and revision time. As for myself, during my first year, I spent around 70% of my study time in A-level maths alone, and the rest 30% is split between other subjects. In this video, I will focus on the general approach to revising for mathematics, which means that I will share with you some tips and ideas on A-level maths revision. I will not touch on any specific topics because there are different exam boards and I do not want to bore you with the specifics of A-level mathematics. I believe that when the study direction is right, you will automatically increase the productivity of your study time and revise for maths in a more effective way. So my advice would apply to all kinds of maths revision. Please watch this video till the end because I am sure that this video will be worth your time. Let's jump straight into it. So after you convince yourself that maths is a subject that requires a lot of study time and you've mentally prepared yourself for such revision, the next step is to revise, revise and revise. Maths require a lot of practice. I know this sounds cliche, but unless you're a maths genius, there's really no way around it. A lot of my friends who did well for the exam have spent a lot of time to study, even though they are very smart and have a very solid foundational understanding of maths. No one seriously thought that they could get away from revising for maths. If even the maths elites are spending so much time revising for A-level maths, there can be no excuse for mere mortals like us not to revise. A-level maths is a reasonably huge undertaking as compared to other subjects. So make sure you devote enough time to study for it. Do not think that you could just attend the usual classes without spending extra time on maths revision. I tried that and I failed miserably. I could not catch up in classes and I did terribly for the semester exams. So self-revision for mathematics is necessary. Of course, at this stage, I am still giving surface level advice. Right now, I'm going to move to the next topic, which is how to revise effectively. For first step, I recommend you to start from the course book first. This could be Oxford and Cambridge course book, but you could also try Collins and other publishers as well. After you've read through the course book, do remember to complete the end of chapter exercise because those allow you to reflect upon which particular areas that you are struggling in. Once you have completed all the end of chapter exercises and made corrections, you could move on to past year papers. These papers are freely available online, and I recommend a website called GCE Guide, which contains all of the CAIE A-level past year papers. If your classes and self-revision haven't covered certain topics, you could skip those questions first and do the questions on the topics which you have already covered. When doing the past year papers, a very important thing to do is to time yourself so that you could simulate the exam environment and do the past year papers in a more intense way. By timing yourself, not only you could create the exam environment, you could also prevent yourself from panicking during the real exam because you are already accustomed to doing your past papers in a timed way. While doing your maths revision and the past year papers, it is even better if you could get access to topical question papers. These are the practice papers which are sorted by the topics, so you can focus on the topics which you are weaker in. This is very important for effective revision. Another crucial tip that I would give is to study at a rapid rate. So you should increase the intensity of your study so that the things you learn will stick better into your memory. There are many evidence to suggest that studying in an intense way actually helps your memory and increase the effectiveness of revision. And this study method has worked for me. Another great tip I would give is to study ahead of your teacher. So what that means in practice is that you should study the topics in advance before your teacher so that you will not get lost in classes. Studying ahead of your teacher takes discipline and initiative. You might not feel the need to do so, but you must understand that teachers don't always get the optimum speed of study right. Sometimes teachers might move too fast, so it's difficult for the students to catch up. But in the majority of cases, they move too slow. And the result is that in the later weeks, when the exam is near, the teachers do not have sufficient time to cover the syllabus. So you must plan your time and discipline yourself to set up an optimum study schedule that you're most comfortable with, even if that means getting ahead of your teacher during your maths revision. At any rate, getting ahead of your teacher is a much superior approach than playing catch-up, because you gain confidence and ask the right questions which you are most unsure about during the classes. Now that we've covered revision techniques, I want to touch on the topic of study motivation. In some cases, ineffective preparation is not due to a lack of study technique, but a lack of motivation. If this is the case, you need to ask yourself, why are you taking maths in the first place? Is it because you want to get into your ideal university and maths is one of the subject requirements? Or are you just forced by your parents or your teachers to take maths? Even if you took maths under compulsion, you should still see it as a challenge and do your best to conquer it, because that will make you a better person. Life is always challenging. A-level maths is just a small step as you advance in your life. The key point that I want to bring to you is to never lose sight of your target, be it getting a place at your ideal university, getting a good score for A-level maths, or purely just for personal growth. Remember that A-level maths is not a big deal, and all it takes is just determination and a desire to do well in the exam. Always devote some personal time to do maths revision, and you may set small practice targets for yourself, like completing one past year paper each day. By following a tight and consistent study schedule, you could massively improve your performance during the exam. This is the end of this video. I wish you the best for your A-level maths revision, and I hope that you can attain the grades that you want. If this video helped, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. You could also leave a comment as to which video you would like to see next. We will see you in the next video. Bye.